having a hard day today because, oh god, I just found out that 98% of you aren't subscribed. I mean, if you don't subscribe, how am I going to afford these OnlyFans girls? I'm gonna be single forever.
Can I say about the OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Isn't that... You made the guy wait 2-3 months to do OnlyFans?
So I actually didn't do OnlyFans at that time. I was running martial arts studios in the North Shore of Massachusetts back then. But regardless, I think even though I do OnlyFans, I would try to see how a guy treats me. Like, I personally think if a guy is touching you a lot in the first couple of dates, he doesn't respect you and he views you more in a sexual manner and he's not looking for a long term. That's one of the red flags that I look out for.
I just think once you kind of open the OnlyFans box, like, a guy's going to be insulted if you make him wait that long.
Well, it depends if you're having sex on OnlyFans. If you're like fucking for money and then you're not fucking the guy, then that's different. If you're just like, I don't know,
So what can I see on your OnlyFans? Like, what am I seeing?
For me personally, I don't have sex on my OnlyFans. I will show some like explicit content of my body, but I don't really show a lot.
But I can see you naked though, right? Mm-hmm. And the same for you?
Yeah, I do a lot of because I was a comedian, I actually started OnlyFans after the relationship, how we met, to do topless comedy shows. So I was like, how do I make money? The pandemic was happening. I was a sales rep in marketing. The first thing people are ditching is their marketing budgets. And I was like, I'm going to owe all this money back and I'm no longer going to be making six figures. I need to figure something out. And I always wanted to do social media and I viewed it as a tool to make money. So I didn't take my underwear off for the first 8 months. And I did topless comedy shows. I did a lot of dirty talk videos where I'm instructing you, but I could be fully clothed just talking. So I was trying to find the avenues of giving someone a sexual experience without actually fully exposing everything. I think I got sucked into the industry, and it is a very hard industry to not get sucked into when you're surrounded by a bunch of people doing stuff. And I think I did cross the line that I thought I was cool with at the time and wasn't, and so I've tried to scale back. But twerking videos, I'm doing a dance and I have a robot, and then I go down to my lingerie and it's or I'm talking dirty, or there's a lot of psychodrama.
Though, right? But I'm saying why should I respect?
Up.
Why is a guy supposed to respect you more than you respect yourself on camera? Mm-hmm. Which is cool. Listen, I'm do the OnlyFans. I think that everybody got a place in society. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying.
Okay. Who the hell pays for that shit? Seriously, at OnlyFans, because you have to sign up for a subscription, then you probably got to pay for individual content. I've been on OnlyFans before. Yeah, they send all those stupid things in the messages, and it'll be $15, $30, $50. Get my video of me diddling myself. Watch me come. And it's just then you buy it, and it's a shitty ass video for $35. Oh my God. I was on there for a month and I was like, this is garbage. It's just so crap. I don't get it. I don't know who is buying this from these women. Why these two? Who is buying it? They're not okay. Maybe people are into them. I just don't think they're that good looking. I think they're like sixes. They're cute. I don't get it.
Kind of control.
Listen,
I'm not trying to prevent people from doing what they want to do. I think that everybody can do what they want to do. If you want to fuck around or you want to do this, you want to, cool, whatever. I don't care about that. All I'm saying is, why do I have to be more respectful?
You don't.
You absolutely don't.
But I'm saying, why do you have a standard?
He's explaining this is just how men think.
Why do you have a higher standard for the guy, but everybody else can see it?
So
for whatever the price is.
Yeah, I totally understand that, and absolutely. And it sounds like if you were single and I was single, we would not be aligned and we would not work together. And that's totally okay. I also understand that having an OnlyFans does make the dating pool smaller.
Much
Just
smaller.
like how you were talking about how only 20% of men are actually attractive to women. I'm sure not the same amount applies to men who are attracted to OnlyFans girls.
But okay, but you looking to get married one day though, right?
Yeah,
And you gonna keep your OnlyFans?
No.
I hope not.
So you only holding on to the OnlyFans until you get married?
So I don't plan on sticking with OnlyFans for long. This is, like Jamie said, a stepping stone where we're using it to build towards other things, like we're building the podcast, but she's building her comedy career.
Yeah.
It's just a stepping stone.
Like with my doing OnlyFans, like growing up, I guess poor. And
Do you guys have something like this? Like, what is this for men? Because for women, we have like cam girls, we got porn stars, we got OnlyFans. I mean, we have modeling in general, I guess, but that's maybe less of a thing, less of a stigma to it. We got prostitutes and sex workers and escorts. It just, and I don't know. It seems like every time I listen to one of these interviews from these women, it's always like, well, we're just doing it for, I'm just doing it for a short time because I want to buy a house or I want to get this car or whatever. And then it's like, I don't know. I just feel like you see them down the road and they're like sucked in because they're making 10 grand a month. And then they're like, how can I go back to a normal job? It's like they all sound the same when they talk. They all say the same things. It's like they all got together and they were like, yeah, when we're explaining it to other people, we're going to be like, well, I had a really hard life and I needed to make some money. And I was just like, I'm just going to do this for a short time. And I need to hit this goal. And then I'm just using it to get ahead. And, that's it. And then I'm out, it sounds like a drug addict. Actually, that's exactly what it sounds like. Or an alcoholic. It's like, I just need I just need like one more beer, then I'll be good. Yeah, just one more. Okay, then another one. Oh, okay, then another one.
And where financial struggles were really big. Like I grew up on welfare and fuel assistance. Prior to that, I grew up in a very rich, like Jewish household, and we lost it all.
Girl, you literally just said before this you were making $100K in whatever your career was, and then when you saw there was some economic downturn, maybe it was because of COVID, I don't know if she was clear on that, you knew you were going to make less money. So even if you went to like 60 or 70, like holy crap, that's still good money. What is happening? And you could have also just like gone into like another job, like try to advance some of the way or work part-time on the side. Like didn't have to be OnlyFans. You know what? I didn't even finish asking my first question. Do men have something similar to this? Like what do guys have like that's like this? Like there's so many women that go in this direction. Like what do guys do? I don't know. I can't even think of anything. I guess just like, because anything a guy can do, like being an entrepreneur or something a woman can do. It's not like it's exclusive, like but a guy getting on OnlyFans, I guess they still make money. I don't know. I saw Just Pearly Things had like a guy on at one point, and they called him Aquaman. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but he had an OnlyFans, but he was apparently getting some women, but I think he was also getting quite a bit of like gay men. I think he was doing some like pretty good money, but it wasn't. I don't think it's anything compared to what women make.
So financial security has been really important to me, and
I mean, listen, I'm for that. Like, pop that shit.
yeah, no. So, but we use it, and that's not everything. I'm not.
Listen, do that. Get your money. Do all of that. All I'm saying is, the price of the brick is lower than y'all probably think it is. Like, so y'all saying that a guy is supposed to come through, knowing that y'all got an OnlyFans. We can see it. Everybody can see it because I value my chick.
Well, not everyone, because
the value that I have on my chick is based off of the fact. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. What's the brick? What's the price?
It actually different girls sell things for different. Some people sell porn gangbangs for $2.99.
What's your
That's
price?
insane.
What's your price?
I started with a $30 monthly subscription
Oh
price.
my
and then
God.
On my page, there was everything was like basically a spicy Instagram page.
$30?
For a spicy Instagram page, $30 a month. For a spicy Instagram page. Instagram is free. Literally, there's Pornhub. You can go see like naked sex for free. Why does anybody pay for this, man? Why?
$30. I made 20 grand in my first month.
Great subscriber.
Yeah.
She had a OnlyFans, and hers was like $3.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people undervalue that, and part of the way it blew up on TikTok is I was teaching girls how to make money, and my biggest thing was sex sells, personality sells more, and like the more you withhold, the less you do, like the more they're like they want to buy to see it, and they're always like wondering what else they can see. So I was teaching girls like don't show anything. If you're gonna show stuff, don't do it right away.
This is literally why I got off of OnlyFans. Because that exact reason. I got on there, I subscribed to like, I don't know, like, it was like 2 or 3 women. And I was like, oh, they're going to send these messages being like, they were like, $15 for this, whatever, watch me diddle myself. And I was like, oh, it sounds hot, so you go like buy it. And it's like a 2-minute clip. And it's like shitty camera angles. And it's like, it's obviously like fake, like nothing happened. It's just like bullshit. God, this is such a money trap where it's just like they are taking advantage of anyone who is subscribed to them. They just don't give a shit. They're just like, pay me money. That's what it was. So it's just like, why would you go there? Just go to like Pornhub or like a literal website. God, it's so stupid. The quality will be better.
Like ease people into it so that you can make money.
So if you have a cute 24-year-old girl and she wants to start OnlyFans, how much can she anticipate making? Like in terms of a business in general?
It really depends on what she's willing to do. Is she willing to market herself? Like, is she willing to really go ham and promote herself
How do
on
you promote
TikTok,
yourself?
Twitter? Primarily TikTok.
How we
promote
promote
it.
ourselves is the podcast. So like if you go to our social media, we do talk about sexual stuff that kind of gets people in and where it's open. But we're doing comedy videos, stand-up, collabs on like comedy sketches, the podcast, all of that traffic. The more traffic we get, the more people are funneled to our page. I don't agree with like promoting OnlyFans and just being like subscribe to my OnlyFans. I think playing like the long game where people are like, oh wait, she has an OnlyFans and doesn't expect it.
But y'all
will
sell
make
sex
more.
though, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
You're selling sex, right?
I think a lot of the conversations that I have with men personally, they're not like insecure about it, or they're totally open to it.
Yeah, they're trying
Well, that's
to
because they want to
smash.
fuck you.
Oh, absolutely. But I
Yeah.
think that there's a lot of men who are like in relationships that I've heard that talk about it, and they're like, get your bag, do it. I'm comfortable with what it is. And a lot of men
What do
are
you think
behind
they're
the
gonna tell you?
scenes.
What do you think they're gonna tell you? Listen, babe, I'm insecure. That bothers me. Like, what do you think that they're gonna tell you? They telling you what you want to hear in order for you to be able to do what you need them to do.
Yeah, some don't. Some are very like, don't do only. If you're gonna date me, you can't do OnlyFans. And I'm like, are you gonna supplement that income so I can get away? Take me away from all this.
Are you going to supplement that income so I can go away? Are you kidding me? Some of these women are making like $500,000 in a year and shit. Like, oh God, it's so ridiculous. Are you gonna supplement my income so I can stop being OnlyFans? Because I'm only making, $300,000 a year. So I'm gonna need you to at least give me like $200,000. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Frick.
I would be happy. I don't want to have to do it, but it's the fact that I get to travel, I get to do what I want. We're growing the podcast. My brother was struggling with homelessness for like the last year, and I took my savings from OnlyFans and I moved him down here, got him an apartment, and gave him like a safe space that now he can grow and build. And I think that that's like a really beautiful thing.
That's
and I would
nice.
rather be able to have that, help my family, grow myself. Use it as a
So
stepping
you looking
stool.
for a sugar
We're
daddy?
not. Yeah, we're not.
No.
No, I'm saying a guy that could take you away from that.
I'm looking for a provider.
He can buy your freedom.
Right, a provider.
A provider.
Yeah,
I mean, we could put the label on or whatever, but he can buy your freedom, though, right?
right.
Yeah.
He frees
You got yourself into it. Why does he need to free you? You literally put yourself in it. It's like me. It's like me going up to a police officer and like punching him in the face, getting put in jail for like a few years, and then be like, "I need somebody to get me out. Come on, get me out." And they'd be like, "Well, why did you do that?" "I don't know. I just don't like cops. I just had to do it. I got trauma from previous experience. My parents were arrested by police. I was put into foster care, so whenever I see a cop now, I just gotta punch him in the face." Oh my God. It's just because that was her whole thing. She's like, "Well, we had a lot of money, we were living a lifestyle, and then we had no money, and then I was like on fuel supply funding or something, like they had no money." So she's dealing with, so literally she has trauma about money. So then she's gone extreme overboard. Whatever.
you from having to do that. So then you become.
Yeah. Well, the goal is that hopefully the podcast replaces that income, and then we don't have to do it, and then I'm moving forward having conversations with men that are much different.
But you can't.
Wait. So you're not going to tell them that you were doing OnlyFans for X years? You're just going to be like, "Oh, that's fine." So you're just going to be dating somebody, but like, "Well, I don't do it anymore." I guess saying you don't do it anymore is better than saying I'm still doing it. But like, you better be honest with them. Better, like, 'cause your stuff's still going to be out there.
You can't erase the OnlyFans content, though, right?
That I've done in the past. No.
Where did she get? She got 20K the first
That's
month.
what you said. 20K the first month.
Like I had
OnlyFans?
5,000. I had 5,000 Instagram followers, 2,000 Twitter followers, and that's it.
See, she's selling
Because-
herself short.
But the reason I was able to make so much money, I think, is because I played the role like I'm a comedian, and you typically wouldn't see this. And then I spent $100 for a 5-minute topless comedy set.
What are you talking about? $100 for 5 minutes of topless comedy. If there has ever been a simp, if the word simp has ever been used for anything, should it not just be used for that right there? $100 for 5 minutes. I thought $30 for like 15 minutes was bad. I was like, that is complete insanity. And that was like actual like sex. And now we're saying for comedy, topless. Why does it matter that she's topless? What is happening when you're laughing? You want to say boobs and have an erection? Like, I don't understand. Why is this a thing? This is so stupid. And then she made $20K from her first month of OnlyFans subscriptions or something, or maybe that was including the $100. But Jesus, so she's able to keep that going. She's making $240. She's literally making $250,000 if she kept that going. Oh my God! Then she basically ends up being the 1%. She's a 1%. Like a guy's 1%, or just someone in the 1%. And I'm like, what do men have like this? Have like this? I guess it's like being a drug dealer or something. Like what? Like, but that's so illegal. Like, I don't understand. Like, you just But women can also be drug dealers. It's just not common. I don't know. Oh God, I give up.
Like I'm in shorts and just my boobs are out, and I'm like telling jokes to the
This is
camera,
dumb.
and people were buying it. I got recognized by a huge comedian as a result. I had articles written about it as being like a comedian on OnlyFans.
And then she's getting rewarded. She's getting rewarded with money, with validation from of one of her peers that she looks up to, and freaking news articles. So why wouldn't you keep doing it? The society we live in today. Oh my Lord. Oh my frig. It's like shit is all backwards. This is what we're broadcasting out there. Oh yeah, your boobies are out and you're telling jokes. You're so proud of you. You're so amazing. Please. Got it. I guess it's like Bert Kreischer. He does all Bert. Yeah, Bert. He does all his comedy specials with his shirt off. So maybe he should be charging $100 for OnlyFans subscriptions. 2 bears, 1 cave. If anybody knows about that show.
I took all of that free time that I was able to provide myself, and I was like, you're fucked up in the head. Like, you got a lot to work on yourself. I'm
Yeah.
going to take this time to heal and, like, do therapy and figure out what my value is as a person, because I don't think when I decided to do OnlyFans that I was a secure human person. Like, I wasn't secure in myself in a lot of ways. And I think it provided a opportunity for me to not be so worried about money, because I was in sales. I was doing the corporate job. I had brown hair. I dressed conservatively. Like, I did all of that, and I was hustling and busting my ass. And I was like, I can't do this and struggle. And I wasn't able to get out of the financial hole that I was in.
What do you mean struggle? You said you were making 100K earlier doing that. How are you struggling? Like, what were you doing with the money? I don't understand.
From college. So it just gave me that opportunity. And so I think I would love for a person, and then my person who I would eventually marry, to look at all of the work that I've done as a result and not completely dismiss me because of doing OnlyFans.
Did you know before you started OnlyFans that like people might look at you a certain way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just
That
like-
was, I think a
But
lot of
for
people
like 20
think.
grand a month, you're like,
So when I started it, I was like, okay, the pandemic is gonna be the day I had like broken up with the boyfriend and moved in with Emily. That day, the pandemic started, like the lockdown, and that's when like the finance stuff was happening, and I ended up getting like discriminated against in my company by like my new sales manager, and one of my ex best friends got mad I was making more money than her in sales and went to my boss and was like, she has an OnlyFans. And so I went through like basically a legal battle with my company for a couple months, and I was like, this isn't gonna last. The job market's gonna be hard. My friend who had like no social, she was like, I made $700. Like, why don't you just try it? You don't have to do anything. And I was like, you know what? Like,
Wait.
I won't show show that much.
You didn't have an OnlyFans?
No, during this time. And so I was just, when I was deciding to start it, and I was
okay,
looking at it, I was like, okay, I'll do it for 3 months. I'll become like the comedian on OnlyFans who does like topless comedy. I'll get the marketing out of that. I'll get a boost in my income, and I'll take that time to look for another job and like be in corporate America. But something like deep down was like, you don't want to be in corporate America. I'm good at sales.
yeah.
Yeah, because you making 20 grand a month, and you know you're only making 100K. The other it's like triple the money. It just, oh my God, why would you want to ever go back?
The money that you made said that you didn't want to be in corporate America.
The
Yeah, but I was
freedom,
also getting like
too.
$17,000.
Yeah, and the freedom. You're like your own boss. You get up when you want. You do whatever you want. You don't have to be beholden to nobody. You just post when you want to post. No freaking wonder.
Commission checks from being in sales. So
But
like,
you have to hump it though.
yeah, it was so stressful, and so I was like, wow, I'm doing a fraction of the work, and I'm making money. And once I started making like good money, I was like, oh, I took that as like, you have to dive in, because I sold marketing.
But
So
see,
like,
y'all know y'all can't ever talk to a regular guy again, all right?
I think there's a lot of regular guys who are okay with
Do
it.
I
But I
wanna?
think like the ones that are your
No,
audience-
look.
It's not about the regular guys being okay with it. You're now like, I make $250,000 a year, so I need a man who makes X amount because I don't want to go down a lifestyle. Once you go up in lifestyle, you don't want to go down in lifestyle. That's what it is. Why do people not realize that? It's so hard.
I want a regular guy.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, she's being real.
Yeah, she's
you
like, I don't
can't
even
talk.
want a regular
You
guy.
can't talk to a regular guy though, right?
But what woman wants a regular guy?
What is a regular guy?
You know,
like
like
how
A
would
guy
you
that
term
makes
that?
a guy that makes $60,000 a year, wants kids, 401k. You don't want that guy.
No.
Right?
I don't think I ever wanted a guy who was only making $60,000 a year.
What's the minimum threshold?
I don't know, because for me, it depends a lot on personality. 'Cause
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, when you start
I
off
think
saying
I don't want
this,
to. I don't want
and so when he
60,000.
says the number, you're like, oh well, his personality.
That's
The-
true.
The guy,
You have a
the
point.
guy making 60 also had a personality.
Damn.
Right?
No,
I
I
mean,
Damn.
right?
All right, you got me.
Right.
You got me.
Right. So
Those
what's-
guys are the good ones, but if we're
Okay.
in media and are like we're doing that, you already need like a certain type of man that's gonna handle with you being online and all the time.
Cool.
OnlyFans aside,
So
like if you're a social media
what
person,
do we need to make then?
they just
What's
need
the
to be an entrepreneur, have
no,
a good
no,
track
no, that's
record.
not what she said.
Okay, so
Emily-
what's my dollar limit?
Yeah.
Why can't they answer the question? Women always beat around it. They're like, well, he needs to have a good personality. You can't put a price on personality. It just needs to be really good personality, everything.
Interesting, because I
Just
did.
the floor. I mean,
Floor?
anybody like 30 million, yeah, but what's the floor?
I'd say like 120,
120?
around there.
What,
120. Okay, so you're in the top, like, few percent.
what about you?
I would say I would want when my dad was doing well, he was making like a decent amount, and that really did help our family.
What's a decent amount?
And based on like my biggest trauma is like the financial stuff. If you're making 60K a year, I already know if we have we have 3 kids, you're making 60K a year. I'm not doing OnlyFans, so I'm working under you. You can't pay me to work under you. That's not enough for me to take away from having another job. And then there's not a lot of disposable income there. If something happened, we're in a recession, whatever happens, saving up for college, like 60K is not a lot in terms
So
of
what's
like
the minimum?
having a.
What's the minimum?
I would say like 150.
150. Woo! Actually, you know what? Depending on their age range, what I was saying before about the numbers, because it's based on age range, right? So, she's 28, the other one's 24. If you took someone in their ages, I think the 24-year-old, like 120, is going to be the top 1%, basically, pretty close to that, top 1-2%, and then her at 150, she's probably getting in that top somewhere like 3-2%.
So you 120, you 150.
Yeah.
So you want 150, but also you want a guy that is going to accept your OnlyFans pass?
I think with 150, if you're an entrepreneur, you're already a little bit more open to different ways of life.
Even if you're
No. 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 You think an entrepreneur wants to have an OnlyFans model as their wife? Are you a freaking nut job right now? Like, are you not using your brain? Of course they don't. They want to take you out to like functions and meetings with other wives and stuff. And they're going to ask like what you do. What are you going to say? You're just going to lie, I guess. You're going to say, well, I just stay at home. Like, what are you talking about? And if they're an entrepreneur and they're making a lot of money, they don't need you making a lot of money. So like you wouldn't be working, right? You don't need to work. They don't care. They're not gonna want to like go around and be like, I have an OnlyFans model as a girlfriend or a wife. But in general, that's no.
you're in corporate or finance or you're a
No.
surgeon,
No, they are not. I will tell you.
Oh,
no,
my
no,
Lord.
no. I grew up in a family of entrepreneurs. None of them. All my brothers make 6 figures. None of them would take home an OnlyFans girl.
70 for the rest of y'all life. And then adjusting for inflation is no good though, right?
would I want somebody
I-
who's okay with just staying at that level? No, I would not. But
Well,
I would
he's
be
not
okay
okay with it,
building
but
with
that's
What
just-
someone.
percent of men make that amount of money?
Wait, I'm sorry. Could you
What
repeat
percent of guys do you think make that amount of money?
150.
that? 150?
Oh, that's like top 1%, right?
Yeah.
I thought top 1% was 500 and up. No? Damn, 1%'s only 150.
I said like top what was it, 2-3%? She's saying it's top 1%.
50?
That might be a percentage of a percent.
I think like less about how much money you make and like what are your goals and aspirations. Are you growing? Are you working on
Right,
yourself?
but-
If you stay stagnant and you're just making that money, like I'm just gonna look at you as
At
a
70,000,
lazier person.
And sorry, just to talk about the 150 thing again, and we like if we take their number of 1%, that's 1% of everybody who makes 150. So now you got to take into account male or female. Are they already in a relationship? Are they married? Or are they single? Maybe they're gay. How tall are they? What's their personality like? Are they super overweight or are they fit? Like, there's all these factors, and top of like just how they get along with you. It's taking it away. It's gonna be like,
at 70, you know, the average household income isn't even 70,000 in the United States of America,
Yeah.
and that's the household
Can I
income.
ask
And
you
isn't it
that-
like $100? Families have more divorces because based off of like a couple $100s. If they had more financial security and a couple of $100s more, they actually wouldn't be having as many issues as they are.
I don't think so.
I think financial stress plays a huge role in marriages and divorces. What do you think?
You're right. I mean, it does.
And it could be over a couple
But a couple
$100s.
$100 is not going to be the determining factor for whether or not.
But
you
if
get
it's a
divorced
couple
or not.
$100 every couple years or every
every
3
month or
months,
A
every
couple
week.
hundred. Think about what y'all just said. A couple
I
$100.
just don't know where we got this. Like,
No, I mean they're actually right. I
A
mean,
couple $100 a year.
that stress adds up.
I mean, what I don't, you know, I am not the stats person, right? But what is it like? 60% of families in the United States can't get like $400 in cash in 30 days. In 30 days.
What?
So
60% of families can't get $400 in a month? What?
I mean, a flat tire can represent
Debilitate
a financial
you.
catastrophe for so many families. And so, and I think it's even more. Maybe it's like 40% can't get $400, and then like 60% of families can't get like $1,000 or something like that. But something super low, and in 30 days. So when she's saying, you know, $200, $300 can make or break a family, or at least put extreme pressure on a relationship and a marriage, absolutely right. I mean, these families are struggling in America.
yeah, but 70K? You could
70 is like the new like 30. Within
70 is not the new 30. Most people don't make 70. The median income is like, it's like below 50,000. So that's 50%. So I don't know what you're on. I don't know what you are on.
inflation, it's getting bad. No, it's getting really
I
bad.
just
The
don't know where
median,
we got like
The average
to me-
household income is under average across the entire United States of America.
70 is
It's
the
under
new 30.
70.
I love that.
Now,
And that's
no,
why there's a
but
lot
no,
of
no,
people
no,
in
but here, but hold
poverty.
on, think about it like this.
Well said.
That's the average household. That's
Yeah.
everybody in the house, right?
right, working together.
And I asked you if you would be satisfied with just one person, him specifically.
Making 70.
That don't mean that you can't go get a job too.
Oh, if I can get a job, then absolutely.
There we
What
go.
was stopping
then-
you from getting a job in the first place?
Because I feel like a lot of, it's just like, I guess in the situation that you're in, like your wife works underneath you and with you. Like, I think a lot of people want that. They would rather their like wife working for them than like out at another job.
But I mean, she still works though.
Okay, I don't know what you guys think about this, but these two OnlyFans girls want men who make six figures, but it's like, so 120 and 150, they're on OnlyFans. They literally said that because they started making more money, that they feel like they demand more money now from a guy. It's like their past traumas or why they're making more money because they didn't have a lot of money. That's why they're on OnlyFans. And it's just like, it just skews everything because men don't make that money. There's not a lot of men who make that money. It's just so ridiculous. I don't know. They're not even that good looking. They're like sixes. It's just blowing my mind. It's like not tapped into reality. And I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like, What is wrong with you? Holy shit. And then it's weird because there's like sitting there and smiling like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. They're sitting there smiling, and I mean, yeah, they're on a podcast or whatever, but like, I can't, man. I can't deal with this shit. I don't know. You got to be a drug dealer to make money. You gotta like get in with the Mexican cartel, start bringing in the cocaine across the border, make some extra cash. Like, so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Okay, tell me what you guys think. Please like and subscribe. Put your comments down below. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you again next time.